Announcement! A more perfect union! There's no sound. New. I'm excited. Let me open up my Red Bull. I never dreamed I would get involved in politics. I mean, I'm just a plain Jane, a nobody. I've never even voted before. But somehow I found myself swarmed by presidential candidates, and they all want me to be their campaign manager. Which one should I choose? They're all such good options. I can't pick which one. Oh, but I should back up first and explain how I got into this situation. It all started last week when I heard someone calling my name at the park. What's my name again? Please input the perfect name for our human heroine. Wait, a girl? I'm a girl. Pink. Yay. It like knows that a girl's gonna buy this game. Pink, pink. That's my best friend Lizzie. What is it, Lizzie? Did you hear? They're having the big debate tonight. I got us tickets. A debate? What about? Gosh, don't you know? The presidential debate. Oh, is President Daisy Doodle coming to town? That's so cool. I like her. What's she going to debate? No, actually, the debate is about the presidential candidates who are running to replace Daisy Doodle. When she leaves office next year, all 6 of them are in town, and they're going to debate important issues like foreign policy and catnip. Plus, they're all adorable. I want to hug and pet each one of them. Oh, right. I probably should have said something about this earlier. 20 years ago, the government got so corrupt that the Supreme Court decided to ban all humans from politics. Now, the only politicians we have are cats. I know it sounds crazy, but the government is a lot more effective this way. I don't know, I think I'll stay home. No way, you have to come. If you don't, I'll never forgive you. In this game, you will occasionally be asked to choose Pink's responses. Choose carefully. The options you pick will affect which ending you get. The better the options you choose, the better the ending. Are you coming to debate or what? I love cats. I can't wait to see them. Me neither. This will be so much fun. Yes, chica. Let's go. Maybe Hassan will be there. We got there about an hour early. Since nothing was going to happen for a while, I decided to explore a bit. Maybe see if I could find a bathroom. It wasn't long before I got lost. This place is a maze. How are you supposed to figure out where to go? They need to place signs or something. After wandering around for a few minutes, I found a fancy looking door. I stepped inside, but no one was there. Empty, I guess. I'll try another room. I beg your pardon? Oh, this cat, it's a cat. Did you lose your owner, little guy? I've never been so insulted in my life. You think I'm a common street cat? How dare you talk to me like that? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know you were a talking cat. Ignorance is a law, is no excuse. I should have security thrown you out immediately. Don't be so mean. A cute girl comes wandering in and you try to have her kicked out? That's not what I would do. Yeah, I like her style. My style? Well, yeah, you snuck all the way backstage to meet with us. To meet with us? That's pretty brave of you. You have guts. I like you. Wait, if I'm backstage, that means I'm in a conference room. I'm not backstage. Oh my gosh, you 3 are the presidential candidates? Bingo, I'm Frisky, and may I say, it's a pleasure to be meeting a beautiful woman like yourself. The cat on the left gave a saucy wink as he said this. I didn't know what to make of it. I'm DJ Nibbles. I'm a young, cute candidate. More like that empty-headed kitten who keeps rushing into danger. I can't help it if I sometimes get into trouble. I'm naturally curious. Naturally stupid, you mean? And that grumpy orange puss between us is Thunderpaws. He always seems to be upset over something. Not true. I'll be happy when you losers drop out of the race. This guy is like Donald Trump. I'm not gonna drop out. I'm in it to win it. So, darling, you didn't tell us your name? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. My name is Pink. Well, Pink, why don't you come over for a little while? I'll guarantee you'll enjoy it. You want to be alone with me? So I can lead you back to the audience area, of course. Hey, Frisky, don't keep all our guests to yourself. Let me help you guide her back to her seat. You have too forgotten till the debate starts in 45 minutes? We don't have time to be escorting random humans all over the place. I'll call security and they'll have you removed from the premises. No, that's okay. I think I can find the way myself. Are you sure? I wouldn't mind helping you. I'm sure. You all focus on debate stuff. Bye. Goodbye, Pink. Nice meeting you. Hi, Nate. How's it going? I'm playing a very odd game. I got out of the room as quickly as I could. I couldn't believe it. I accidentally interrupted 3 of the presidential candidates. What kind of goofball does such a thing like that? I decided to get back to my seat as quickly as possible, but I ended up running into more cats. Uh-oh. Hey, humans aren't allowed back here. I'm so sorry. I got lost. I don't know how to get back to my seat. I understand, but these hallways are pretty confusing sometimes. Yeah, the first time I was here, I was chasing my tail for hours. So you're not mad at me for being in the off-limits area? No, we're not mad. These sort of things happen. The door you're looking for is the 3rd one on the right. Ah, thank you. My name is Pink, by the way. Who are you? The cat on the left nodded his head as he answered. I'm Elvis Debrius, Kale the Third, but you can call me Kale. Nice to meet you, Kale. Are you also running for president? I certainly am, although most people say I should drop out because I'm in the last of the polls. Sigh. Cheer up, Kale. At least you made it all the way to the debates. This time it was the cat on the right who spoke up. I'm Mr. Dom Noms, Mr. Nom Nom Doctor. I'm also not polling very well at the moment. If it wasn't for the calicos, I'd probably be out of the running. Well, you both seem very nice cats. Maybe the debate will boost your popularity. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm lucky to be here tonight. I'm just hoping to debate the issues and do my best for all the alley cats out there. Thank you both very much for helping me. If I could vote for you both, I would. That's very kind of you. Please enjoy the debate tonight. Yes, all the cats are from Alabama. I followed the direction and made it back to my seat all right. Phew, finally made it out. Pink, where were you? You'd never believe me, even if I told you. You'll have to tell me later. This show is about to start. After that, the moderator came on stage and explained the debate rules to the audience. The rules were pretty simple. Clap whenever there's a response you like, but no interrupting the debaters and no cat calls. The debate itself was pretty interesting. Thunderpaws was an intense debater. He yelled at all the other candidates and constantly insulted them. If his goal was to look stronger than his opponents, then he succeeded. Frisky didn't try to appeal to all voters. Instead, he focused his attention on just one group, women. He wouldn't stop talking about how much he loved women. I didn't think it was very professional, but my friend Lizzie liked it. DJ Nibbles was as energetic as ever, which ended up hurting his debate style. He rushed into his answers with such enthusiasm that he tripped over all his words, and twice he lost his place during speeches. Still, it's nice to see such refreshing honesty in a political debate. Dr. Nom Noms did not do very well. He flubbed most of his answers, and he went on a long tangent about a bird bath he visited last year. It's almost like he was trying to fail. Kale did okay, I guess. He was a solid speaker, but he was definitely overshadowed by all the other personalities in the room. I can see why he's last in the polls. Aww. What is that? As for the final debater, Rover, there was something different about him. I don't know what it was. He just seemed, I don't know, really different from the other cats. Maybe because he's a dog? At the end of the debate, the moderator called for silence. There's an Ampharos in the chat. We've heard all of the candidates' responses, but now we want to hear a question from a real person, an average citizen, not a politician. That's why we've picked a randomly selected audience member to give the final question of debate, and that person is Pink. I get to choose? What? Me? Come on, Pink, tell everyone your question. Well, I don't know a lot about politics, but I do know that politicians are supposed to help people. So I guess I want to know what all of you will do to help me. I mean, I lost my job at the grocery store last week, and I'm still having trouble finding a new one. If I don't get a job soon, I might lose my apartment. I know my personal problems don't matter much in the political world, but what would you do as president to help people like me? That is a very good question. All questions that were asked here tonight have been good, especially the question of societal inequality between cats and humans. Kale, you're a salad-headed moron. This isn't a question of social inequality. Yeah, besides, the real social inequality is between cats and dogs. I have a suggestion. You can work for me, Pink. What? You need a job, and I need a new campaign manager. I'll hire you. That will help your problem, right? Oh yeah, I want to hire you too. No way, I want to work with the DJ Nibbles campaign with me. I'm sure there's room for you on the Kale campaign. You don't want to work for these losers? Work for Thunderpaws. I only hire the best and the brightest. I have one question. Do you have a dog? No. Then I offer my services as well. Come work for me. No, me. No, me. Oh my gosh, this is so overwhelming. You all want me to work for you? I hate to interrupt here, but we're running out of time for the debate. If you could please choose a candidate now. Wait, who should I pick? That's the dilemma I found myself in. 6 great cats, all running for president, and they all want me to work for them. How can I pick just one? I like all of them. In the end, I decided to go with... Select a candidate? I kind of really like Thunderpaws. I mean, he's wearing a wig and everything. Like, he cares about his presidential debate. He's trying to look good. But I feel like everyone who's played this game would have chosen Thunderpaws because he stands out so much. I kind of want to choose Frisky. He's a little flirt. Fuck. Spent a little too long on the character select screen. I just got that achievement for this. What the hell? Okay, I guess I'm gonna pick Thunderpaws. Okay. Thunderpaw, Chapter 1, in which we start to wonder whether we've made a huge mistake. I decided to go with Thunderpaw. He seemed to be the most competent candidate out of all the group, plus I like his hair. I think I will go with Thunderpaw. Haha, yes, I see how she picked me instead of all the other losers. None of them stand a chance. I forgot how to do the southern accent. I was hoping she'd pick me. Meow. Did you hear that? What the fuck? You went to decide to quit Thunderpaw campaign? I'll be waiting. This brings an end to tonight's debate. Thank you for watching, everyone. Wow. I can't believe it. You just got a job working for Thunderpaw. Are you sure you can handle it? I think I can, sure. He's a little rough one around the edges, but... Rough around the edges? He's a tiger. He's a shark. He's a tiger shark in a pool of piranhas. That doesn't even make sense. Exactly. Thunderpaw doesn't make sense most of the time. I get the feeling he has whatever random things pop into his head. It's like the Mewtwo comment section decided to run for president. Huh, I got the opposite sense. Like, everything he said at the debate tonight was really well rehearsed. Huh, you sound just like a Thunderpaw supporter, always making excuses for his outrageous behavior. Anyway, let me tell you how to tame this wildcat. Do not give in to him. Do not cooperate. Wait, I work for him. He's like a bully. If you refuse to be pushed around, he'll respect you. If you do whatever he says, he'll crush you underfoot without a second thought. So, I should try to start fights with him? Basically, yeah. If you give this cat an inch, he'll walk all over you for the rest of your life. So don't let him boss you around, even if he's your boss. Thanks for the advice, Lizzie. Now I'm afraid to start my job. I'm just being a concerned friend here. Lizzie's kind of hot. I appreciate Lizzie's concerns, but I figure she's wrong. Thunderpaw wasn't really a nasty cat, was he? He was probably just hamming it up for the cameras. Still, Lizzie has a point. Some people own cats and sometimes cats own people. Thunderpaw definitely seemed like a person owner. If I wasn't careful, he'd put a collar on me and take me out for a walk. I keep that in mind as I went backstage to meet with Thunderpaw. He was as angry as ever when he saw me. You're late. Don't you know I have better things to do than wait for you? Maybe next time you should tell me when and where to meet. Well, yeah, maybe next time. You should tell me when and where to meet. Just fuck. Is that your excuse for being late? I didn't know when the meeting was. Listen, girlie, I don't want to get excuses from my employees. The only thing I want to get from you is results. Your employees must be mind readers then, because you didn't tell me to meet you here. You didn't give me any information after you hired me. All you did was go off stage with all the other candidates. Oh yeah, then how did you know to come here? I didn't know, I just guessed. You were in this green room area before the debate. I figured maybe you would be here after the debate too. Good instincts, kid. I wish I knew the right thing to hire you. Did he just go from insulting me to complimenting himself in 2 seconds flat? Lizzie is right. This cat has a huge ego. Okay, Thunderpaw, the debate is over. I don't need to put on the big bad tomcat act anymore. Act? This ain't an act. I always behave like this. Uh-oh, not good. Do you really? You're never nice to people ever? Look, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win. Have you seen the front runner of the other political party? She's a real hawk. You're going up against a bird? Cool. What, are you stupid or something? Of course I'm not going up against a bird. I'm saying she's a fighter, a real alley cat. The only way to stop her is to just be as mean and ferocious as she is. When times are tough, you gotta be tougher. That's what my father always said when I was growing up. I'm sorry, I'll try not to ask foolish questions in the future. The first rule of politics is never apologize for anything. Apologizing shows weakness, and nobody will vote for a weakling as president. What's the second rule of politics? No voting for independence. Oh, right. Now, about your job, I said you would be my campaign manager or something like that. Truth is, I already got a campaign manager, a good one. Who? Me, of course. I'm running this campaign by myself, but I still need your help. And I'll help where I can. What do you most need from me? Speeches, schedules, video editing skills? Ha ha ha, more like kitten sitting. Kitten sit? Oh, you mean babysitting? I didn't know you had children. I don't. I was engaged once, but it didn't work out. Why not? None of your damn business. That's why not. The important thing is, what's wrong? I hate to admit it, but I have a younger brother. Younger? We're twins, Thunderpaw. Yeah, I'm the successful one. You're an idiot.
Oh, thanks. I knew you loved me. Sorry I missed the debate. I was too busy dealing with the protesters outside.
Oh, you stopped the protesters from getting in and disturbing the debate? That was nice of you.
Ha, are you kidding me? I was leading the protesters. Down with debates. Stop the fat cats from ruining politics. Millionaires are not our friends.
But your brother was in the debate. You wanted to stop him?
Not my problem. I can't help who I'm related to.
I feel the exact same. Say hello to Banders.
Hello. Thundy, is this manager you were planning to hire? Are you looking for a new fiance?
Hi, nice to meet you, Banders. I'm Pink.
Good to meet you too, and don't listen to this old sourpuss here. I'm the best cat of the fluffy tail twins.
I told you. Don't say your name out in public. It sounds ridiculous. I'm running for president, not the Fuzzy Cat Show League. This is the reason I hired you, Pink. I can't let this guy out of my sight for 5 minutes. He's always stirring up trouble and spelling out bad news for our campaign.
Don't listen to him. Thunderpaw is the only one who's stirring up trouble and causing arguments. If anything, he is bad news for this campaign.
I gulped. It looked like I would have to keep a close eye on Thunderpaw and Banders to help ensure the campaign wouldn't fail. But I was up for the challenge, right? Chapter 2, in which we create a scandal over 2 cents. We flew to Miawa on Thunderpaw's private jet. I was sitting next to Banders.
What the fuck? Is he outside the window?
So, Banders, what do you do for a living?
I'm a political protester. I try to stop all the businessmen and millionaires from ruining the government. Because do you know what it's called when a handful of billionaires run the government? It's called oligarchy. I looked up the word in the dictionary today, and that's totally what it means. I'm so proud of myself and my vocabulary.
But your brother's a billionaire business cat who's running for president.
Yeah, go figure. I guess not all twins turn out the same. Another word for you. Home equity loan. Do you know what that is?
No.
Neither do I, but lots of people have them, so they must be important. We need to find a way to make the home equity loans more equitable. That's what I'm saying in my next speech.
Okay, I seriously don't understand this. Your brother's job is to give speeches, and your job is to boycott speeches? Is this some kind of strange sibling rivalry?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Thunderpaw is a strange one. Me, I'm a perfectly normal cat. I mean, sure, I sometimes get arrested for attacking furniture stores, but there's a good reason for that. Furniture stores have vacuum cleaners. I hate vacuum cleaners.
Right. Maybe you should try protesting somewhere else. I'm sure there's a college that would love to have you speak to them.
Not doing nothing. Miawa is where all the presidential candidates are right now, so that's where I'm gonna be.
Why are they all in Miawa?
That's where the first primary is being held. Primary, another dictionary word. It's like a mini election. Used to figure out who the candidates will be in the general election. This year, we're having primaries in 3 states.
Only 3 states are having primaries? I thought they had primaries in every state.
Miawa is Iowa? Oh! They used to have primaries everywhere until politicians decided that the other 47 states don't really count in presidential elections. You know, because they voted the exact same way in every election for the past 30 years.
So, you're saying that only 3 states get to choose who the next president will be?
Yep. That makes a lot more sense than picking a president through popular vote or whatever. Miawa was the first primary, followed by New Clawshire and South Carolina.
I was gonna ask some more questions. Politics can be confusing when I was summoned to the front of the plane. Pink, come here. We need to go over our plan. I keep forgetting. I fucked up. I don't know how to RP his voice. Come in. I hurried to the front of the plane where Thunderpaw was sitting. She was comfortably sitting in a large chair that could easily have held 3 people. Slowpoke in the chat. Hey, how come you get this big chair when I'm stuck in the back with banders? Oh, that was me. Because I'm more important than you. I'm important. I'm important. I'm a valued member of this campaign. You're the random girl I hired 2 days ago. Now stop back talking and listen. Dr. Nom Noms was invited to speak at the Meowa Voters League dinner party tonight, but he had to cancel the last minute for whatever reason. I want you to make sure I take his place. That way, I can badmouth him in front of his supporters. Badmouth him? You know, I'll say something like, Dr. Nom Noms promised he'd be here today, but he's a liar. You can't trust him as far as you can throw him. His words isn't even worth 2 cents. In fact, that's probably why he ain't here today. Someone offered him 2 cents to go somewhere else. Yes, he's so cheap that he'll chase pennies. Do you want a cheapskate like that to be president, or do you want somebody like me who can come here like he promised? Are you trying to say that Dr. Nom Noms is bad with money? Maybe, I don't know if he's bad with money. I don't follow his financial situation. Heck, I don't even follow my own financial situation. I've got people who do that for me. That's because I'm a rich business cat, not a cheapskate like Dr. Nom Noms. You can't just make up bad things about other people. That's slander. Ha! If I wanted to hear some definition of slander, I'd ask my dictionary of a brother. Okay, well, I'll put it another way. If you don't know how Dr. Nom Noms is with money, why are you talking about it? Because it makes him look bad, and it makes me look good. Get with the program, lady. Dr. Nom Noms isn't a real contender. I am. I think Dr. Nom Noms happens to be a very nice cat. You know that he never criticized your financial situation. Yeah, that's true. He's a lightweight like that. If this race, you gotta go big or go home. And I'm not going home. Although my home is pretty nice. You should visit sometime. Lots of people visit my home, and they all say it's wonderful. I'm sure you'd enjoy it. But I didn't come here to talk about homes, ladies and gentlemen. Although I do want to note that my home is valued at over $10 million. As of last July, I came here to talk about this country and how I'm gonna make it great. How do you make the country great? Simple. Get rid of all the losers who are bringing the country down. Repeal the tax laws, which protect crybabies from paying their fair share. Defeat the gridlock of Washington, which prevents any work from getting done. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring a plastic bag with me on the very first day to work because I've got a lot of trash to clean up. I'm gonna fire anyone who tells me that's impossible or that's immoral out of a cannon. I'm gonna... You know you're on a plane and not giving a speech to a crowd, right? Right, I knew that. I was just practicing. Right, so what did you want me for again? You got my email, right? I need you to add stuff to my website. Something classy and presidential. Maybe look at the other guy's website for ideas. But show it to me first. I don't want you to put something stupid with my name on it. If I wrote something stupid, it'll probably be true. What are you talking about? I could write that you falsely accused Dr. Nom Noms of financial mismanagement with no proof whatsoever. That'd be true. Yeah, go with that story. That's a good one. It makes Nom Noms look dumb. No, it makes you look like a jerk who invented stories for no reason. Whatever. Just run the story. I'm sure people will be interested in it. And write me a speech about it too. But there is no financial scandal with Dr. Nom Noms. You literally made the whole thing up like 2 minutes ago. Who cares if I made it up? It could be true for all you know. And what are you going to do when reporters find out that it's fabricated news? They're going to blame you for wasting their time and inventing pointless stories. If that happens, I'll say that Nom Noms is inventing stories, or that he's secretly a drug dealer or whatever. You're not going to apologize for lying about him? I never apologize for anything, but you should. You should apologize for wasting my time with pointless questions about honesty and ethics. Those things have no place in politics. Thunderpaw was such a horrible cat. I couldn't believe that I was working for him. I wanted to say something really insulting to his face, but I forced myself to take a deep breath and calm down. All I'm saying is that you should try a different strategy. Maybe you should try being nice for a change. Pretend you respect the other candidates instead of attacking them all the time. You think that would work? Yes, I think voters are attached to kindness and honesty. Ha, I've been watching too many children cartoons. In the real world, people are attracted to wealth and power, and I've got both in spades. There's no reason for me to give up my advantages for the sake of playing nice. Oh yeah, try it. Try being nice. See if you can go 5 minutes without insulting someone. 5 minutes, is that a bet? Yes, I bet you can go 5 minutes without insulting someone. You lose the bet, moron. Grr, this cat is infuriating. I was about ready to quit on the spot when out of nowhere his personality completely changed. The angry, insulting Thunderpaw momentarily disappeared and was replaced by a sadder, gentler demeanor. I know what you're trying to say, though. I used to be like you. I used to believe in playing fair. That was before. Before? Before what? You just got hired, so you don't understand yet. Watch what happens to the primary. You'll see. You'll see why playing nice doesn't work. He fucking disappeared. What do you mean? Thunderpaw? Thunderpaw? Thunderpaw didn't respond. He curled up in his chair and refused to talk to me anymore. Does he have PTSD? Is it just me, or did he totally morph into a different cat just then? What was that all about? I wonder. What could that sad, gentle cat be the real Thunderpaw? Are you guys having fun? Thunderpaw, Chapter 3, in which Thunderpaw gets angry and yells a lot, just like the other chapters. Of course. By the time we ended the Meowa, Thunderpaw was back to his normal self. Alright, you two idiots, time for us to go. I'm just listening and vibing. Good. I'm not RPing all alone. You can't fool me with the tough guy act anymore, Thunderpaw. I know there's another side to your personality. There's a nice Thunderpaw in there hiding underneath the...
fucking with your brain. With my cheesecake. I'm fucking with your brain. This is your brain.
Was that you, Hermit, or Slug here? There's a nice Thunderpaw in there hiding underneath the huge ego and gorgeous hair. Or maybe I'm just grasping at straws and pretending he's secretly nice, because anything that makes him less of a jerk means this job is a lot more tolerable. I'm not here at all, Kappa. I Hermit. Get a move on. Grab your luggage and let's go. The limo isn't going to wait forever, and the sooner we get to the hotel, the sooner I get a message. I'm moving. Sheesh. At least let me get the squeaky toy inside my luggage. Hey Banders, was Thunderpaw always this mean growing up? No, he used to be a lot nicer. That was before he lost his business. Lost his business? I thought he was a successful business cat. I need a fun game to play. You should play this presidential cat election game. I'm gonna play the hot, furry, muscle, mommy, whatever thing after though. Well, he is now, obviously. His first business, though, he ran a cat playhouse store. He did well for a few months, and then he... Grr, stop talking about the past, Banders. We need to focus on the future. What happened? I went bankrupt, okay? One of the investors pulled the plug, so I couldn't afford the property payments. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, it cost too much to buy the building outright? That's nothing to be ashamed of. I had many trouble paying for my apartment, and... You're leaving a major detail, Thundy.
Shut up or I will scratch you. And don't call me Thundy. The investor who stopped funding the project.
Shut up!
That was his fiancée. When they broke up, she took her money with her.
Whoa, ouch. So she dumped him and he went bankrupt? That's horrible.
Not as horrible as you two morons.
I told you, that's all in the past now. Forget it. But Thunderpaw, you're clearly not over it if you're always yelling and insulting.
Shut up and leave me alone. In fact, I'm taking the limo to the hotel by myself. And you two gossips can hitchhike for all I care.
You're just going to leave us here?
Yeah, I'm gonna abandon you at the airport like Oreo abandoned me. Congratulations. That's what you get for being so damn nosy.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Feelings? Ha! I don't have feelings, and you're such an idiot. Goodbye.
Uh-oh. Now we've done it. He's going to the hotel without us.
No big deal. He pays for my credit card. We'll just rent a car or something.
I guess so. Oreo was her name?
Yeah, I met her a few times. She seems nice, really committed to make sure the business was a success.
What happened to make her change her mind?
I have no idea. My brother never told anyone. He refuses to talk about it.
Yeah, I picked up on that. What happened with Thunderpaw's fiancée? Did Oreo break his heart and his wallet? Is that why he's such a money grumbling jerk today? I resolved to search the internet for more information on the subject. Later, though, we had to get to the hotel first. We arrived about 20 minutes later than expected, only to find that Thunderpaw had switched rooms on us. We were supposed to be near the top floor, but now we are in a large cardboard box in the basement. Meanwhile, Thunderpaw was in the penthouse suite by himself. I got the message he was sending, loud and clear. No, you're bad at gambling today, Hermit.
Well, this is cozy little spot. I get the bed. You can sleep on the floor.
Nice try, kitty cat. I got to work and contacted the Meowa Voters League. Turns out that Thunderpaw isn't the only cat who wanted to speak there tonight. DJ Nibbles had also volunteered his services. I worked with his people and we agreed to have both cats give a 10-minute speech. I went up to the penthouse to tell Thunderpaw the news. I'm in the elevator. Only 48 more floors to go. It's a very long elevator. Thunderpaw?
Yes, I'm here. Did you come to apologize?
No, I came to talk about your speech tonight.
Oh, good. So you got it booked and everything?
Yes, sir. Finally, you're putting in some good hard work for this campaign. And I came up with some great ideas for the speech while I was getting my kitty patty. I thought you were getting a massage? I got both, so here's a plan. I'm gonna complain about how awful and corrupt the government is for 20 minutes. What next? That's it. I'm just gonna complain for a long time and insult everyone who's working for the government. It's what I do best. Wait, that doesn't make sense. If you hate the government, why are you a politician? You just don't understand the politics at all, do you? I don't really hate the government. I just need to make the government look bad, so when I take over it, things will look super good in comparison. Duh! If people think the government is a failure, they'll want to change it. And the best way to change the government is to put someone new in charge. Someone like me, who will make things better. What will you do to make the government better? I don't know, things, stuff, whatever it is presidents do. Meet with foreign leaders, maybe? Wait, do you not have a plan for your presidency? That's your job, not mine. Figure out what things people want me to change the most, then list them on my website. That can be my agenda when I first take office. You are that confident you'll win? Of course I am. Why would I lose? One of the other candidates could become popular? Then I'll cut them down to size. I'll claw them until they unravel. Ziggazoon in the chat. You could get a lot of backlash for attacking a popular candidate. I think you're looking at this the wrong way. Running for president isn't a popularity contest. It's a personality contest, and I've got the best personality of the bunch. You're rude and abrasive? Wrong. I'm strong and forceful, and that's exactly what people want to see in their president. Maybe some voters want to see a kind, sharing president who can cooperate with others. This isn't preschool, and besides, who is the president supposed to cooperate with? Congress? Don't make me laugh. When I'm president, I'll veto every bill that Congress sends to me. Well, you have to cooperate with someone. That's why I came here. What are you blathering about now? The speech at the Meowa Voters League dinner. I couldn't get the event all to ourselves, so we'll have to share with DJ Nibbles. The two of you both get to do a 10-minute speech, followed by a brief Q&A session. It'll be like a mini debate. What? You're forcing me to share time with that loser? He called the Voters League before I did, so it's not fair to kick him out. Besides, this is exactly what I'm talking about, sharing and cooperation. If you show that you respect your competitors, they'll kick me to the ground and throw me in the dumpster. You can't trust anyone, especially not in politics. Please, Thunderpaw, I know you had a bad experience with Oreo, but that doesn't mean... Did I just get slapped? Thunderpaw? Thunder? He slammed the door in my face without warning. Okay, I get the message. I'm never allowed to mention your ex-fiancé, ever. Jeez, talk about being overly sensitive. We witness a tale of two cats who rant a lot, Chapter 4. I went back to my cardboard box and logged onto the internet. I did a quick search for Oreo, cat, and Thunderpaw. There were hundreds of thousands of results, mostly pictures of Thunderpaw and black and white cats. Banders had left the room without leaving a note behind, so I couldn't ask him if Oreo had a last name. Probably not, though. It had been decades since cats first got the ability to talk, but most cats still hadn't picked up the human convention of having more than one name. I sighed, and then I decided to start working on Thunderpaw's website. The first thing I did was visit the other candidates' websites for ideas. They had a lot of happy pictures with huge crowds cheering. On Thunderpaw's website, there was one picture, and it was him frowning. I wasn't sure what to do. I personally thought Thunderpaw needed to update his image to make himself seem nicer and more accessible to people, but he most likely wouldn't go along with a plan like that, saying it's weak and stupid to be nice to other people. Why did he think that way? Was it because of his past, or... a memory? I know what you're trying to say, though. I used to be like you. I used to believe in playing fair. That was before. Before? Before what? I just got hired, so you don't understand. Watch what happens at the primary. You'll see. You'll see why playing nice doesn't work. Okay. I'll take him up on his offer. I'll watch and see what happens in the primary. I worked on the website for a while before going out to eat. That night, I went to the Meowa Voters League, or at least I tried to. There was a big protest going on outside. The politicians have run the country for too long. Oh, it's time for us to give the country back to the plumbers, the physicians, the photographers, and other jobs that start with the letter P.
And don't even get me started on kitty litter nowadays. The price of kitty litter is too darn high. We need to raise minimum wage so our cats can poop in peace. And speaking poop,
Oh geez, this is almost certainly going to be bad for the campaign. Should I interfere? Stop Banders from saying anymore. Let him keep talking. Let him keep talking. No, if I interrupt the protest now, it'll just look like oppressors who's stepping on Banders' rights of free speech. I'll let him continue. Did you hear that the sanitary in Washington have gold-plated litter boxes that cost $50,000? Do you know who paid for that? You. You did. They stole your money through taxes to pay for their own excesses. It's unbelievable. The worst part of the bunch is probably Thunderpaws. I'm his brother, so I would know. I asked him to buy me a sandwich yesterday, and he bought tuna on rye. Tuna on rye. Does he think I made of money or something? No, because the government stole my money. If Thunderpaw is president, the rampant government spending is going to spiral further out of control. Why, just today, he rented a penthouse suite for himself. 5 rooms. Just for one cat. And did he invite me inside? No. He hid me in the basement like he's ashamed of me. Plus, he put me in a room with a disaster girl. She's so messy. She threw her clothes everywhere. I think a pair of her underwear found its way on the top of the TV. I noticed it because I've never seen underwear that color before. And okay, yeah, I've got to put a stop to this. Banders, what are you doing? Oh, hey, Pink. Everyone, say hello to Pink. She's my new best friend. She flew here to get her this afternoon. Pink, do you have anything to say to the crowd? Specifically, something about cat poop? No, I don't think that's a topic that should be discussed in public. Stop this nonsense right now and come with me. I'm sorry. It looks like I'll have to end my speech early tonight, everyone. But remember what I said. All cats deserve equal access to kitty litter. Raise the minimum wage as high as taxes, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. Thank you very much for listening. I was crazy once. They put me in a room with a disaster girl. Yeah, apparently I'm just flinging my clothes everywhere. I mean, I guess I am a girl. Actually, aren't boys the worst for flinging their clothes everywhere? I don't know how long this game is. Are you trying to make my brother look bad?
Yeah, kind of. It's my job to protest every single politician in town, and he's a politician. So I have to make him look bad in front of everyone. He makes my job pretty easy, to be honest.
You like to have things neat and organized? I like to have things neat and organized, but sometimes I just go through phases where I don't do my laundry. I have like a giant laundry box, laundry bin, whatever it's called. But I don't put my socks in my laundry bin. I put them on the ground. I don't know why. That's the only thing I don't put in my laundry bin. Okay, look, you don't like politicians. I get that. Could you explain about other politicians, though? Like maybe the ones who don't pay for your room and board?
Nepotism. Another dictionary word for you. It means that if I complained about every politician besides my brother, I'd be a hypocrite. It'd be unfair if I gave him free pass on complaints. I guess that makes sense, but it goes the other way too. You can't focus exclusively on your brother.
Oh, well, fucking hell, that's me. I mean, Dr. Nibbles is here, right? He's here tonight too. Why weren't you complaining about him?
I don't know about him, so I don't talk about him. But I know my brother. We grew up together. One time when I was a kid, he sold my ball of yarn. It was horrible. The stealing, not the yarn, that is. I liked my yarn ball. It was nice.
Sigh. I could easily see that Thunderpaw and Banders were twins. They both shared a fondness for incoherent rambling and shouting in front of a large crowd. Still, I couldn't believe that Banders hated his brother so much. He dedicated his life to ruining Thunderpaw's campaign. What kind of person would dedicate their own life to following a presidential campaign? Besides me, that is.
Thunderpaw is the greatest! Banders is a loser! What the? Not you again. I told you stop counter-protesting my events. Go home, Banders. The country needs Thunderpaw's awesome policies. Thunderpaw needs to fix his crazy policies. Why? If he made it a priority to legalize catnip, just imagine the great changes that would result.
Great changes? All that would happen is that cats would do more catnip.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Are you high on catnip right now, Banders? Screeches. Sorry, I gotta go. The fuck was that noise? Banders, you get back here. And he's gone. That does it. I'm checking his luggage from here on out. I don't care if catnip is legal in Myola. I'm not letting him near the stuff.
Ha ha, he got mad and laughed. That means I won the debate. I am almost as good as debating as Thunderpaws.
Thanks to Bander's antics, I arrived late to the event.
Where were you?
I was trying to stop your brother from ruining the campaign. Did you know he does catnip?
It doesn't surprise me. Make sure he stays clean from here on out.
Will do. Did I miss anything?
No, DJ Nibbles is giving his boring speeches or whatever.
Oh, he's so cute.
Voting is important, and I'm here to support voting. I don't care whether or not you vote for me. I just want to see as many people as possible in the polling booths this week. Voting is a civic duty, one that all people should support. I know some people are in favor of introducing a $20 poll tax to ensure that the people who show up at the polls are actually committed to voting. This would bring in a lot of revenue and discourage uninformed voters from reaching the polls. But that's discriminatory against poor people. I think everyone should be allowed to vote, not just the people who can afford it, but if you're attractive, you should get the vote more than once.
What?
Are you listening to that, idiot? The only reason he's saying that is because he knows he'll get more votes if every moron goes to the polls next week.
Are you in favor of a poll tax then?
No, I'm in favor of disagreeing with my opponent.
He's always as much of an idiot as you are. But if you're going to be nice this time and not attack him, right? You'll just focus on the issues?
Ha ha ha. You're a real idiot if you think that.
Stop calling me an idiot.
Then stop being stupid. Now shut up. It's almost time for me to go on.
Good luck, I guess.
I don't need luck. I'm Thunderpaw. Bow, bow. And for vote is everywhere. Thank you.
That was DJ Nibbles, everyone. Now, one of his opponents in the Sharp Claw race, Thunderpaw, is also going to speak for us for 10 minutes.
Wow, that's all I can say in response to DJ Nibbles' speech. Wow, I can't believe it. That cat is such a moron. Who would listen to a guy like that? Let everyone vote? Let everyone vote? Are you kidding me? There's a reason we don't let children vote. It's because they're not smart enough and they're not informed enough to make good decisions. But DJ Nibbles here wants to let children vote. I'm sure he wants dogs to vote too. It's absurd. No, we need reasonable restrictions on voting. How about if you can't name a single presidential candidate, you can't vote for one? Makes sense to me. If you want voters picking names at random, because I don't, I know DJ Nibble does. Because people voting at random is the only way he'll get any votes. He's such a bad candidate with bad ideas. I know that he'll come in last place in the polls. In fact, I heard he's not even a real DJ. And he's not from America at all. I demand to see his birth certificate. Did you bring your birth certificate here, Mr. Nibbles? No, no. This is a fundraising event. Why would I bring my birth certificate? You see, he's trying to hide his birth certificate from us. He's an idiot and a liar. Why would anyone vote for him? I took my head as Thunderpaw's rant continues. Why is he so mean to his opponents? Barboach in the chat. Chapter 5. We discovered that being bad has its good sides. In conclusion, I hate DJ Nibbles. And so should you, the Thunderpaw tomorrow. Vote Thunderpaw. I'm the candidate who's not a huge moron. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your speech, Thunderclaw. Now the president of the Meowa Voters League would like to say a few words before we begin the meal. Phew, I'm starved. Big speeches like that really work up the appetite. I can't believe you. That your entire speech was one huge insult to DJ Nibbles after he so kindly agreed to let you speak here. Yeah, that was a dumb decision on his part. I'm not surprised, because he's an idiot. Besides, I did more than just insult him. I talked about his suspicious birth certificate. Is his birth certificate suspicious? I don't know, but it seems like it could be a scandal, so I started talking about it. Pretty smart, huh? No, not smart at all. You can't make up slanderous accusations without any reason. What's going to happen when the media looks into his birth certificate and discovers there are no problems with it? Then I'll make up another scandal, or I'll just start insulting Dachshunds. Those dogs freak me out. Wait, what do Dachshunds have to do with anything? This story feels a lot like projecting by the author. I wonder if this is all his cats. Like, who are these cats? You're making things up to get headlines? Yes, why did it take you so long to figure it out? If I say something ridiculous and crazy, people hear about it on the news that night. I get free publicity for my campaign. If I insult someone, it's on the news. My face on every single news station. All for saying something unimportant like, I hate voters who don't know the candidates ahead of time. And let's not forget the biggie. If I make up a scandal about another candidate, that gives me another 2 days on top of the news cycle. Just watch tonight. You'll see Thunderpaw accuse DJ Nibbles of not being an American. I'm going to make a killing at the polls with that as the top story for today and tomorrow. I'll be in voters' minds when they're casting their ballots, and that's when I'm going after Pink. And if it just so happens that DJ Nibbles has to resign in shame from the scandal I'm at up, ha, all the better for me. I don't believe this. You pretend to be a jerk just to get media attention? Pretend? Who said anything about pretending? I'm a jerk sometimes, I admit it. But yes, I like to play it for the cameras. The more media exposure I get, the better. And that's the reason why you don't play nice? It doesn't fit in with this fake media persona that you've created? You didn't see what happened to my poll numbers after I went on that cooking show. Phew, it was awful, I tell you. People don't want to see me as a domesticated house cat. They want to see me as a wildcat on the attack. But that's dishonest. No, it's politics, nothing personal. I don't hate DJ Nibbles, but he's in my way, so I have to get rid of him by all means necessary. Well, I don't believe it, and I think voters won't either. Oh? Yes, I think the voters will respond negatively to that brutal, unprovoked attack against DJ Nibbles. Sure, maybe they'll show the video of your speech on every news station, but so what? That will just show all the voters how immature and spiteful you are. They'll see how mean you are, and they'll vote against you. I guarantee it. And I guarantee they'll vote for me And besides, it's worked before. Have you heard of Mr. Whiskers? No. He was governor of my state. Nice guy. But he and I were both running for president, and I couldn't allow him to take the role of hometown hero. So I attacked him each and every day. I threw everything I could at that guy in hopes for finding something that would stick. It was brutal, and I mean brutal. He came back swinging, and we had a huge cat fight. It went on for weeks. He lost, I won. That's why I'm here today. I got here because I insulted my opponent until he dropped out of the race. It was a winning strategy with Mr. Whiskers. It'll be a winning strategy against DJ Nibbles. I guarantee it. That is rude and dishonest. I told you, it's politics. That's how politics works. It's not the personal. If you're that concerned, why don't you have a gift basket sent to DJ Nibbles? I'm sure it'll cheer him up once he drops out of the race. He won't drop out of the race, you'll see. Yes, we certainly will. The voters will decide, and they'll go on without me, and they'll go with me, just like they always do. I doubt it.
I'm like fighting with my boss hardcore. Like, why did I take this job?
Sadly, the voters disagree with me. When the results came in the next day, Thunderpaw passed with flying colors. He got 32% of the vote, with Dr. Nom Noms in second place at 28% and Frisky third place at 27%. As for DJ Nibbles, he was projected to get 24% of the vote, but he only got 4%, just about tied with Rover and Kale.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? This is great. I just won Miowa. Meowa. And to top off this victory sandwich, I just got an official endorsement with the internet celebrity, Slightly Discontented Cat. This is the best day of my campaign yet. I can't believe DJ Nibbles collapsed in the polls. You can credit me for DJ Nibbles' collapse. People didn't vote for him because of the birth certificate thing. And I'm a genius. I should have thought of it sooner. Maybe I should make up a rumor that Rover is secretly a dog. Nobody will believe a ridiculous rumor like that. And besides, DJ Nibbles could have lost the vote for a completely unrelated reason. Oh really? Is there some other scandal I haven't heard about? I don't know. I don't understand it. What could have happened? Admit it, I'm right and you're wrong. Give up and admit defeat. Maybe you're right. I can't understand these poll numbers at all. Ha ha ha. As soon as you realize I'm right all the time, your life will be better off. I mean, look at Frisky's poll numbers. Those are also weird. Nationally, he polls around 3%, and somehow he got 27% of the vote in Iowa. Forget DJ Nibbles' collapse. How did Frisky skyrocket to getting a quarter of the votes? Simple. He's from my Iowa. This is the only place where he polls in the double digits. Really? But if he's so unpopular... Oh, freak me out, the Discord ping. We're discussing cat politics right now. If he's so unpopular in the other states, why is he still running for president? I mean, he doesn't have a chance of winning nationally. Tell me what to do. From your reaction, I'm guessing you haven't heard of vote splitting. No? What's that? I like how this music changed. It's the greatest thing ever, and it's helping my campaign. That's what happened in Iowa. I did well because Frisky did well. What? Think about it. Normally, I'd have to get at least 50% in order to win the majority of Iowa. But with Frisky taking a quarter of the votes, all of a sudden the majority drops from below 50% to 37%. He just made it that much easier for me to win Iowa. Hi, Zerk. This game is about cats running for president, and right now I am the campaign manager for Thunderpaws. Plus, he neutralized the threat that Dr. Nom Noms posed. If Dr. Nom Noms has gotten all of his Frisky's votes, he would have defeated me. But no, Frisky split Dr. Nom Noms' voters in half, which means that both of them lost. See, vote splitting. It's the reason I'm winning the race right now.
You're making it sound like Frisky split the vote on purpose.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But consider this, what if it's not just Frisky? What if there are vote splitters in all of the key battleground states? Why, I would be able to cakewalk my way to victory.
I think Thunderpaw is supposed to be like Trump.
Don't forget ideological vote splitters. Usually, people of the same race, age, or religion all vote in a group. You've got to split them too, not to mention the moderates, conservatives, and liberals. Can't have any of them getting too powerful. Yeah, it's definitely in the front runner's best interest to have 8 or more opponents who split the opposition vote.
But this is all political theory, right? I mean, I know there are a lot of cats running for president, and sure, maybe that helps you a bit in the polls, but that's just coincidence. You can't control who does and who doesn't run for president.
You're right, of course. The entire vote splitting thing is just a silly conspiracy theory. No one has enough power to fix a presidential election with a scheme like that. Still, as long as it helps me, I can't complain. Oh, that reminds me. Did you bring my financial books? I have a big change to make.
A change to your finances?
As you know, I'm a handsome billionaire cat, and I invest in a lot of different things. I've been paying for Secret Project Frisk here in Iowa for several months. I think it's time for me to withdraw all my funding from it.
Secret Project Frisk? As in Frisky?
Oh, what a coincidence! I didn't notice that my secret plan had a similar name to Frisky.
Wait, what?
No!
He's doing some money laundering political thing. That birth certificate thing was a stab at Obama?
Really?
Thunderpaw might be secretly controlling the other campaigns? Question mark? Exclamation mark? As I walked back to my room, I couldn't believe it. Thunderpaw more or less admitted outright that he was secretly funding his opponent's campaigns in order to split the vote. Sure, I knew he was rich enough to do that, but it's not possible, right? That's the sort of scheme you'd expect from a comic book villain. But the next day... Hey, great news. Frisky dropped out of presidential race. Huh? One of his anonymous donors pulled all of their funding from the campaign, and now he's broke. Frisky had to drop out of the race.
What?
Isn't this wonderful? It makes my job as political protester so much easier. Go back a bit. Frisky got a quarter of the vote in Iowa, and now he's quitting? If anything, his campaign should be moving forward. Yeah, I don't get it either, but like Frisky said, he doesn't have enough money to continue a nationwide campaign. He either had to drop out completely or limit his campaign to a few states. So he did what any politician would do. He dropped out of the race using his leftover campaign money as a golden parachute. Isn't politics corrupt? It's all run by money. Maybe more than you know, Banders. I immediately went to the penthouse to see if Thunderpaw had anything to do with this. Thunderpaw!
What is it?
Let him off the hook. We want our daddy to win. Never mind, I should go. No, wait, what am I doing? I can't let him get away with this. If he's manipulating the election... I'm here to talk about Frisky. What about him? Frisky dropped out of the race. What do you have to do with this?
He did? Not even a full day without funding, and he quits? What a loser.
Were you responsible for this? Did you withdraw his funding?
Yes, duh. Sheesh, I practically spelled it out for you yesterday. I'm funding all of my competitors.
I'm calling the police. That's illegal.
No, it's not. I'm free to make political contributions to any campaigns I want to, and since I'm making the contributions through my business, I can donate as much money as I want.
How much money are you spending?
$350 million? Well, less than that now. Frisky spent about 12% of the money I gave him. You're spending $350 million? That's small potatoes compared to what I'm stand to gain if I'm elected president. And besides, I'm a billionaire. A few million here or there won't hurt my pocketbook. So you're bribing your competitors with huge financial contributions? What? No. I can't be connected to dirty money in an election. I romantice in the chat. I'd be ruining my campaign. No, all the money I give is 100% clean. I give it anonymously. No strings attached. No strings attached? You just cut off all of Frisky's funding and doomed his career? That's not a strain. That's standard financial policy. When it comes to elections, donors can withdraw unspent money at any time since super PACs aren't run by the candidates themselves. Face it, Pink, everything I'm doing is 100% legal. I'm just taking advantage of an unfair system. We'll see what the media thinks about your schemes. I'm calling a press conference right to expose you. Wait. Accessory. What? My brother isn't the only one who can define words. You know what an accessory is? That's someone who helps commit a crime. Someone who aids and abets a criminal. I know what the word means. I don't see how it applies to the situation. Oh, really? Who brought me to the finance books last night before I withdrew Frisky's funding? Whose fingerprints are all over the records? You wouldn't. I would. Try to accuse me of breaking the law, and I'll take you down with me. You're a vile, sick monster. I've been called worse. If it makes you feel any better, I didn't plan for this to happen. You didn't plan to blackmail me? No, I didn't plan to fund my opponent's campaigns. It's more of a happy accident. It started back when I was competing with Mr. Whiskers to become the Sharp Claws candidate for Meow Work. The campaign against Mr. Whiskers was brutal, like I said before. Come to think of it, that's how my goofy brother got started on with his job as a political protester. I paid him to protest Mr. Whiskers all the time, at every event. My funding plan was the sneakiest one I could think of. I secretly donated $1 million to his campaign. Then I waited a week. What happened next? I held a press conference and accused him of being a soft on crime. I withdrew the money from his campaign and held another press conference saying that Mr. Whiskers had lost $1 million in funding due to his soft stance on crime. That's really underhanded. I prefer the term underpawed, but either way, I started a snowball effect. More and more people withdrew funding from Mr. Whiskers' campaign. It wasn't enough to defeat him, but it was enough to make a dent in the election. The strategy was so successful, I decided to use it in the primaries. Every time I attacked one of my opponents, I withdrew some money from their campaign to make it look like they've become less popular. I don't think anyone's noticed, but whatever. It's still useful to keep funding them, if only because they split the votes. And once they finish splitting the vote for you, you'll take away all your money and send their campaign crashing? Now, that's not true. Sure, I withdrew my contribution to Frisky's campaign, but he had plenty of other donors. I could have kept going without my money. Not my fault he gave up early. Agree. I guess you're right. I influenced Frisky's decision, but you didn't control it. I'm glad you agree, but I'm a reasonable guy. I can't understand your side of the argument because, maybe you're right. Maybe it is sneaky and underpowered to finance my opponent's campaigns. Maybe. Try definitely. In that case, I think I'll do the noble thing and immediately withdraw all my funding. All $350 million? Yep, I'll recall the money right away.
What do you think will happen to the other campaigns then? They'll... It'd be a pretty big blow to them all, losing funding like that. Maybe they'll crash and burn like Frisky did, who knows? I hated to admit it, but he had a point. This was a lose-lose situation. No matter when he withdrew his funding, sooner or later, it would hurt his opponents. Or was there a third option? What if you withdrew the money slowly, over time, like 2% a day? It'd take you 2 months, but it'd be so gradual that it wouldn't crash their campaigns all at once. That would be the fair thing to do, wouldn't it? Too bad I'm not inclined to be fair, not when I have the advantage here. So you'll manipulate your opponents to achieve your own ends? You're an evil, evil cat. It's not personal, it's just business. Business is all about clawing down your opponents by any means necessary. That's not what they taught me in high school. I learned from somewhere better than high school, real life. It was the only useful thing Oreo ever taught me. Never, ever trust anyone, kid. Not your family, not your friends, and certainly not your political opponents. What happened with you and Oreo? Banjo was saying earlier that the two of you were engaged when she... I don't want to talk about it. Did she break your heart? Is that what turned you into this better scheming politician? I said I don't want to talk about it. Now go away and leave me alone. If you even think about revealing my scheme to anyone, I'll deny it all and have you arrested. I grabbed the door before he could slam it into my face. Why don't we make a compromise? I won't mention Oreo again if you agree to withdraw funding from your opponent's campaigns. Are you trying to blackmail me? Depends. Were you trying to blackmail me earlier? Thunderpaw said nothing for a while. He just glared at me. You be a good businesswoman. You've got goods, kid. Fine, I accept your offer. I'll move my money at 2% a day until it's all gone, and I'm no longer funding my opponent's campaigns. Happy? Yes. I suppose it doesn't matter anyway. I've got such a commanding lead. They'll fail no matter whose money is propping them up, and I don't think it's over between us, Pink. If you try to interfere with my campaign again, you'll fire me? Worse, I'll promote you. My throat hurts so much from reading all of this. Oh my god. We wonder whether Thunderpaw can really play nice. Alright, chapter 7. Not water, Red Bull. Later that day, we flew to New Clawshire, where the next debate primary were scheduled to take place. As usual, I was forced to sit in the back of the jet with Banders. That didn't bother me, though. I didn't want to sit up in front of Thunderpaw.
My milk saucer brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. Darn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you, but I'd have to charge a $15 minimum wage.
What the fuck? There's voices? Wait, can I... Oh. Okay, let me save. Where's, self-voice?
Self-voicing enabled. Pink, please stop singing.
That is so loud. I'm sorry.
Banders, sheesh, you're in a bad mood today. You've hardly said anything this entire flight. What's up?
I'm not.
Self-voicing disabled.
I'm not turning that on. Shay, you're in a bad mood today. You've hardly said anything this entire flight. What's up? Nothing. I'm just thinking about the campaign. What's there for you to worry about? Thunderpaw is in first place, you know. Your companion's sitting pretty. I don't know. What if he's wrong? What if he's the wrong candidate? What if someone else deserves to be president?
Haha, of course someone else deserves to be president. Literally, anyone else in the country would be better president than the people who are running. Think about it. Running for president means you're going to spend at least a year and a half doing nothing but talking about yourself and your policies and your plans. Only a complete egomaniac would willingly go through all that.
So, you don't like any of the presidential candidates?
Nope. Anyone who runs for president is either crazy, an egomaniac, or both. There is no good reason for anyone to run for president. I say we bring the good old days back when candidates weren't allowed to campaign for themselves.
Isn't that what you really think? Or is that your political protest side talking?
Of course, that's what I really think. If I said one thing in public, but said different things in private, then I'd be no better than the politicians I'm always insulting. Those greedy politicians who only care about money.
Well, I think
not all. I keep fighting with Thunderpaw for being a jerk, and I can choose not all politicians are bad. Thunderpaw is nice. Really? When he was being nice to you?
he isn't.
My point exactly. He's a greedy jerk, and he's using this election to increase his fortune.
Does he stand to make a lot of money in his elected president? If he's elected president?
Yep. Since he entered the race, the cat houses he sells have tripled in price. If he wins, the prices will probably go up by 10. Anyone who wants to live in a house that the president built, not to mention, he could pass a few laws that helps his healthcare investments.
So you're saying Thunderpaw is corrupt?
No, actually, that's the one advantage he has over the other politicians. Since he's independently wealthy, he's not beholden to donors and special interests.
That is, he's not beholden to any special interests besides his own. Maybe Banders is right. Maybe the political process is corrupt to begin with, and Thunderbot is just taking advantage of a broken system. I don't know, and I don't really care anymore. I should probably just quit the campaign and stop worrying about it. But Thunderpaw won't let me quit, will he? I can't get out of that situation that easily. Maybe I could find a way to get myself fired.
I don't know, Thundy is a big blowhard, but he acts like a jerk. But facade, that's a French word. It means fake appearance. Deep down, he's just a big softie.
I doubt that.
Well, if he was completely heartless, you and I wouldn't be here right now. He'd probably be living out on the streets, which is where far too many cats and people end up. We need more welfare programs. Let's give free houses to everyone.
I like it, but who's going to pay for all those houses?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Maybe my brother, he builds cat houses. Genius thought. What if my brother becomes president and manipulates the system to make himself billions in profit? He'd do it by building billions of houses for our country's homeless. His greed would actually help the country.
I'm confused now. Are you saying political greed is a good thing?
Gee, sounds like I am. Huh, well, I don't take it too seriously. I don't understand what I'm saying half the time. That's why I always have to define words for myself. Whatever, go away for a bit, will ya? It's time for my scratching, and I don't like to do that in front of other people.
Ew, I'm leaving. The only other place in the jet was up front, with Underpaw. So that's where I went. He was tapping on his phone and giggling.
We rate humans?
Oh, look at that cutie.
Are these the devs?
They're too wonderful, I can't even. Tee hee hee hee. That's the best one yet.
Are you looking at cute human pictures on your phone? Oh my god. It's like when you look at cute cat videos. I get it.
No, and you're not allowed to look at my browsing history to check.
For a brief second, I thought I saw him looking at pictures of me in there too. But that's crazy, right? I mean, I'm not that cute. Better be careful or you'll lose your membership in the Evil Overlord Club.
Please, you make it sound like I'm only dishonest person who's ever run for president. I'm nowhere near as bad as President Tummy Rubs. There's a crook-a-rook in the chat.
President Tummy Rubs was possibly the worst president we ever had. He gambled away the country's social security program in a drunken poker game against Russian President Claude Mirkitin. It ended up costing the country $6 trillion. Besides, I did what you asked me to do.
I've set up the accounts to automatically withdraw funding from my opponents, so by the time the national convention comes around, I won't be financing any of them. Happy now?
No, I think you should come clean to the media about what you did.
Now that would be a political suicide.
Only an idiot would do something like that. I'm not an idiot. That's why I made extra sure I wasn't breaking any laws. Maybe you didn't break any judicial laws, but you sure broke some moral laws.
Oh, please. Are you still mad at me
Because I insulted my opponents and made fake scandals about them? Fine. Tell you what, I won't do any of that at the debate tonight.
Really? Yes, I promise to be nice to all my opponents.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. Tonight's debate is a throwaway debate, so I can do whatever I want and it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it's a throwaway debate?
I mean, the news media has already picked Rover as tonight's big winner. No matter what happens, and no matter how the poll numbers change,
they're going to report that Rover won the debate. But that's dishonest.
Yeah, well, I'm not happy about it either.
But that's the truth. The media is going to favor Rover tonight because he's from New Clawshire. So the other candidates and I aren't even going to try to win. So that's why you're going to play fair for once? You're only nice when it doesn't matter?
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you? Thank you for at least trying to be nice.
I aim to please, but after this, we're even. Got it?
I play fair in the debate. You don't tell anyone about me looking up cute pictures on the internet.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
They never believe me anyway.
Good, and who knows? Maybe you're right. My poll numbers could go up after this. People are always saying I need to lighten up a bit
to win over the critics who think I'm too harsh. Is that what you think?
No, I think those guys are spineless jellyfish
who are so afraid of offending other people that they run away in fear. Whenever they hear me, I'm better. I tell it to you straight. I don't talk out of both sides of my mouth.
Yeah, maybe it comes off as harsh sometimes, but it's a harsh world.
We need a president who will make the harsh decisions. Not a soft, cuddly kid who will talk a lot, but do nothing. Woo! GG, Z! Wait, what's my stash? I want to start a big pot. Ooh, okay. Let's start the patchy pot with 200. And the lucky number will be 1. Good luck, guys. Maybe, oh, I read that. I swear to the way some of those people act, it's like they're afraid to hear someone say the truth. They're always trying to twist and manipulate things to their advantage. When they hear someone tell the truth plainly, they run in fear. Telling the truth is one thing, being a jerk about it is another. Yeah, well, we're still in the primaries. None of this matters. What
come on, haven't you noticed? Candidates act extremely harsh in the primaries, but when it comes to the general election, they're singing a different tune. Caterwauling to a different beat, as it were, playing to a different audience. Are you saying that once you reach the general election, you'll put an end to your huge jerk act? Maybe. We'll see. We gotta get to the general election first, and I believe we will. So you admit that your juke routine is just an act. I knew it. Deep down, you're just a softie who looks up cute pictures in his spare time. Shut up and leave me alone. Sheesh, touchy. Chapter 8. The candidates have a heated debate about the pressing issues facing us. So what is the truth? Is Thunderpaw a nice cat pretending to be mean? Or is he a mean cat who's manipulating the election for suspect reasons? I'm not sure. Maybe he's half and half, half mean, half nice. Most cats and people are like that. Nice sometimes, mean other times. It's hard to tell which is his real personality. I hope it's the good one. Like, Thunderpaw is a good and noble cat. He just has an evil twin brother who keeps switching places with him. Wait, that's not right. Banders is his twin brother, and Banders isn't evil. Speaking of Banders, where did he go? As soon as we landed in New Clawshire, he ran off somewhere. Probably should have followed to make sure he didn't cause trouble, but I had other plans. Pink! Lizzie, it's so good to see you. I know, right? Thank you so much for inviting me to the debate tonight. It was nothing. We had extra tickets, and besides, you invited me to the debate. That's how I got this job, remember? I remember. So, how is the job going? Is Thunderpaw a good boss? I've had worse bosses. He's a rough around the edges, but that's okay. I've had worse bosses. Like the manager who yelled at you for not getting a customer soda to them quickly enough? Yeah, that guy was the worst. Well, I'm surprised he came here to pick me up. I thought I would have to arrive on my own. Aren't you busy preparing for the debate? I'm not debating, Thunderpaw is. You know what I mean? Don't you come up with sample questions for him to prepare with? Maybe write up some speeches and answer ahead of time? Honestly, he said he wasn't going to bother because the debate doesn't matter. He said he and the other candidates are going to waste time all night asking pointless questions and bickering about nothing. Really? Sounds interesting. But there's some good news. Thunderpaw promised me. Why would I lie and say he promised me to buy a new car? He promised me he would be nice in the debate. I don't believe it. He's going to be nice, or just nice for him? I'm not sure. He didn't say. Good for you. Having a positive influence on him, he must like you if he's willing to change for you. Please, you're making it sound like we're in a relationship together. Don't you want to date him though? He's so powerful and rugged. And that hair. Okay, he's cute, but I still don't like his personality. Listen, we're humans here. Why are you bringing that up? Let's hope his nice personality at the debate tonight will be an improvement. Anything would be an improvement over some of the garbage I've seen come out of that cat's mouth. True. I took Lizzie from the airport to the hotel. We had much nicer accommodations this time because Thunderpaw owned the hotel in question. The two of us had lunch and watched a movie until it was time for the debate. Hello and welcome to the Sharp Claw debate, live in New Clawshire. The rules for tonight debates are simple. Each candidate only has 45 seconds per response, and that will keep things moving quickly, since the debate is only an hour long. Excuse me, I have a question. Does that include the time it takes for the moderators to ask the questions?
No, it does not. What if the audience applauds?
I can't do that. I feel like that shouldn't count towards the time limit. And what What if someone interrupts you? I don't like being interrupted.
You interrupted me just there. Why won't you say you're against interrupting us?
I was trying to prove my point, you moron. You more or less understand what I mean? What about situation like that where there's talking over each other? Do they both get time taken away from them? Because I want to be heard. I don't want to lose time when I'm talking, but no one can hear me. Is shouting a strategy? I can try shouting over the other candidates to make sure none of them ever get heard. Okay. If it makes you all feel better, we'll pause the 45-second timer whenever 2 or more cats are talking. What if we're supposed to sing a duet together? Will that be counted against us? Because in a duet, you're supposed to sing at the same time. Kale? None of the questions are about duets. Actually, if you all stopped asking questions about the rules, we could get to the first question, which is for... What about barbershop quartets? Will there be any barbershop quartets? But there are 5 of us. If there's a quartet, I don't want to be the one left out. There will be no singing at tonight's debate. Mr. Moderator, if I could interrupt, I think we're all overlooking something very important here. Namely, what happens if my response is less than 45 seconds? What can the time I saved get added to my next response?
That doesn't sound fair to me.
Me neither. What if some cat only gives 1 response because they're saving up for a big speech at the end?
And what if someone interrupts that speech? It's not fair. It's not fair at all. Candidates, please, can we move to the first question? It's for Rover. Rover, you have...
Excuse me, I don't believe I got a question yet. When do I get a question?
Yeah, how do you decide who gets a question or not? Everybody should have their fair share of questions. Like 10 questions each.
There's no time for that. I need to be able to give counter speeches. What if someone brutally attacks me? I should be allowed to respond.
Yes, responses. Do those count towards the 45-second limit? Because if not, everyone's just going to ignore the questions and spend time responding to each other. That's not fair. Some cats might be left out. It's not fair if all the people do is respond to each other, because then we don't get to answer any questions. So can I have the first question, please? Yes, we want to know if... Wait, did the timer start yet? Okay. What is this conversation? Oh my god. This is so long. This is a whole chapter of them just interrupting each other and never getting to the point. The debate started a few minutes ago. I think we should say that Rover gave up his time and move on to the second question. Speaking of which, when are we moving on to the second portion of the debate? I spent more time preparing for that, so I want as much time as possible then. Wait, you know what the second portion of the debate is going to be about? No one told me what the topics were in advance. I was given a list of topics, but I think they were out of order. Could you give me the correct order, please? Whoops. Very unprofessional. You should have given us all the correct topic list ahead of time. What are you talking about? Didn't you all get the list of questions inside the green room? I did. What? Well, that's not fair in the least. You gave him the questions, but not us? I agree, that's unfair, but if we could go back to a 45-second time limit, I need a little bit of clarification. I'm gonna freak out. This debate is going nowhere fast. Yeah. Thunderpaw said the candidates weren't going to take it seriously, but this is all a little ridiculous. Still, glad to see he's being nicer than usual. Yeah, I think... Uh-oh. What's happening? What happened? Who turned off the lights? Wait, what? Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this debate for an important announcement. I thought only 5 presidential candidates would be here tonight, but a new challenger approaches. Say hello to your newest and greatest presidential candidate. What's this? I have no idea. I wasn't warned about this. Oh my god. It's Banders with sunglasses on.
Hi, everybody. I'm gonna be the next president of the United States.
Oh my god. I need to blow my nose. Cool cat! One sec. Okay, Badoo in the chat. Yeah, let me just snot rocket my fucking snot at all of you guys. That's disgusting. That's hilarious. Okay. My throat hurts so much. I can't even talk. Whew, I need to go get my water. Yeah, I need to go get my water. I've been talking way too much. Oh my god, my throat hurts so much. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Can I get a podium here or what? I'm a very serious candidate running a very serious campaign here. Hey, yo.
Isn't that the crazy cat who protested the last debate? I wasn't told there would be another cat in the debate. I'm worried this will result in less time for me. You didn't start your stream with a drink ready and nearby? I did. I had a nice coffee if I'm done. And then I drank a Red Bull. Yeah, I really wanted to play this cat game. My throat actually hurts. Oh. All that caffeine and a heart issue. Yep. It straight up messes with you? Like with your chest? My medication's strong, so I guess I don't sense it too much. Sometimes it fucks me up, but okay.
You don't need time because from now on it's gonna be all Banders all the time. Hi America, I'm Banders and I'm running for president. You probably know me better as the country's most handsome political protester. Well, I decided the best way to fix the political system is from within. Make me your president. I'm a much better pick than any of these corrupt cats, especially my bro Thundy here.
Your brother?
Sigh. Yes, Banders is my brother, and I have no idea what's going on here.
Heart palpitations? Yeah, I get heart palpitations, but I take losartan. And like a bit of a... You would fit right in down south here, talking like that country smack. I think doing that accent is actually hurting my throat.
I'm Thundy's younger brother, more handsome brother, and I'm affluent, which means I'm rich now. Rich enough to run my own presidential campaign.
Impossible. I've seen your financial statements. You're practically broke. Where did you get all the money to run a campaign?
These scratchers. You know how much I love my Claude Terry scratchers. Thanks to them, I won $500 million. It's the money I need to run my own presidential campaign. Banders for president. Woo woo. Banders, banders. Come on, audience. Start cheering with me. Banders, banders.
I won't get sick.
You didn't say it's your job to control... Didn't you say it's your job to control banders? Yes, yes it is. Then shouldn't you... let him keep making a fool of himself?
Really? No one? Come on, chant my name. It's great fun. Pink, I know you're in the audience. Start chanting my name or I'll tell everyone about those emails you sent last night. Ha! You thought I wasn't reading. Well, Pink's first sent a message to her parents saying that I have to stop him.
I got a Steam achievement for letting Banders do his thing. I won't get sick, coming from a person who gets sick on average every other week. True, I do get sick very often, but this is like just me talking. I didn't do anything wrong.
And another thing, cats don't get paid as much as humans do. What's up with that?
I demand better conditions for the working class. Fresh milk in the drinking fountains. Mandatory cat naps for all.
Could we please just move on to the first question?
No, not unless the question is, how awesome are you, Banders?
How awesome are you, Banders?
Very awesome. Next question.
What are you even doing here, and how did you get past security?
I'm running for president, and I don't know what happened to security. Now keep the questions coming. I'm on a roll.
Excuse me, I believe I still haven't received a question. I made my way to the stage and dragged Banders back behind the curtains. He was right about one thing. Security at the bait was basically non-existent. Banders, what are you doing?
I'm running for president. Didn't you hear me earlier?
Yes, but I don't believe it. What about all that stuff you said earlier on the plane?
What stuff?
You know.
Saturday's so busy.
So you don't like any of the presidential candidates?
Nope, not anyone running for president is a crazy egomaniac.
Or is that your political protest side talking?
Of course, that's what I really think.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
Well, I take it all back. I was young. I was stupid. I can't hold my responsibility for it. That was earlier this morning.
Yeah, but now that I'm rich and I have a fresh perspective, I can see that I was wrong all along.
Millionaires like me don't need higher taxes. We need lower taxes. We already pay more than our fair share to the government. In fact, why should I have to pay for someone else's kids to go to college? That's not fair. I don't want to support a bunch of freeloaders. If they want to go to college, they should pay for it themselves.
That is literally the exact opposite of everything you've been saying for the past 9 months.
Look, I worked hard to get my money.
You won the lottery.
Winning the lottery was hard work. I had to pay for years before I won big. In fact, I could have gone my whole life without winning. That's not fair. And when I'm president, I'm gonna fix the lottery system.
That's not... whatever. The point is, you should take a few steps back and think about your situation before you do something crazy like run for president.
Too late, I already run it. Gonna win. Vote for Banders. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a debate to win.
The debate is getting along just fine without you. Which is wrong and is an injustice that must be fixed immediately. I think the real injustice in our country is that some political candidates don't get a fair amount of time during debates.
Senator Kale, it is not your turn for a rebuttal.
Do I get to rebuke myself? Because I'd be fine with that if it meant I got to talk more. I'm also in favor of being allowed to talk more. Could we put a ban on commercial breaks? Maybe we could keep the debate going during
during the commercials, you know, for all the people who are watching online. I agree with Thunderpaw for once. Thank you, I think. I object, Your Honor. Oh, geez, he ran on stage when I wasn't looking. This is not your court, not a courtroom, Mr. Banders. Good, because I don't have a legal degree. I don't have any kind of degree whatsoever. I don't even have a temperature. That's how much I hate degrees. They're for the pure political elite. Can I get a question on economics? I'm really good with economics. I can spell backwards and forwards. C-S-C-I-M-O-N. I didn't have a choice. I went on stage to grab Banders again. Pink, what are you doing? Saving your campaign. I'm saving your campaign. Banders come here, you naughty kitten. No, you can't stop me. My campaign will last forever in the hearts of Americans everywhere. Excuse me, everyone, it's my turn to speak. DJ Nibbles. I had forgotten he was even at the debate. He had only said one thing the entire night. As you said at the beginning, if I gave up all my responses tonight, I could get a speech at the end. I did not say that. I was interrupted by... That's not fair. Why does he get more time? Silence. I am using my time to speak now, and I will not be interrupted. But don't worry, this won't take long. America, my campaign has suffered recently thanks to a brutal false attack from Thunderpaws. He claimed there was a problem with my birth certificate when there was none. I think it's time for me to return the favor. Time for me to make Underpaw's poll numbers drop to single digits. But I won't sink to his level and make him fall his accusations. No, the accusations I'll make tonight are 100% true. This is highly irregular. I demand that you stop at once. Stop? You want me to stop? Okay, then I'll bring out my assistant to continue the story. Oh, Oreo? Oreo? It's Thunderpaw's ex-fiancé. Hello, America. I'm Oreo. I used to be Thunderpaw's fiancé, and I'm here to tell you the truth about his campaigns. Oh no. A former lover shows up to ruin everything. My throat hurts too much to continue. The cat for president. Holy. That was crazy. Oh my god. That game actually hurt my throat from talking so much. Done parse in the chat. I'll do more chapters. I think I'll go 5 chapters at a time because 10 chapters killed my throat. And now I'm CC'd at the beginning of stream.